Okay then, everyone, we are back for the second season of Tier 2 for XLR. Fourth season in total, Tier 2 of Season 2. I am Numiko and I am joined by Gianuzzi for Dave. First time in a while, I think we've had him in the commentary box. And we have the
Yeah,
Portuguese Grand Prix today.
very exciting times. A new season, a new dawn.
Not going to be dominating the Tier 2 championship this time.
Wow, I only had 2 wins, didn't I?
But you were still like 100 points clear. Yeah.
I know. Oh well.
But once we get
It should be more.
Yeah, it should be a bit closer this season. Once we get going, shall begin the first qualifying session of the new season. And as we just load in, here we go then. We have it's the Portuguese Grand Prix today. I've just pressed some buttons I don't want to. And who are we going to see first out on track to be the first runner of the new season? Just waiting for a bit until there's rain forecast for the race.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, just getting that feedback from the drivers. Jammy Cash is on his way out, as is Mr. Business. Hart's also coming out, as is Footface. I believe the first will be Jammy Cash though, as he does pull onto the pit road, but coming out in front of him. That is an AlphaTauri further ahead. That is Mr. Business is the first one out. Solid saying On will win today. I wouldn't be so
Got a good
sure.
chance.
You never know.
This is tier 2.
True.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, so Mr. Business is the first one out. He is going in. I need to get myself a track map. I just realised as well. I shall do that as well. I do not know this track well enough to name the corners.
Oh, the lead would have been a good shout for today. He loves this track.
Yes, there we go. There's a corner named Samsung. That's interesting.
I do remember actually. Yeah, I do remember from tier 1 actually. In
Yeah, turn 8.
previous stream, he did have one.
Turn 8 is called Samsung, for whatever reason. Now round 14 down into 15, and off goes Mr. Business to begin the first flying lap of the new season. With DRS active, he's going to go into turn 1, and he begins his lap now. He's got Footface just behind him, and Hart's a bit further back. He goes through turn 1. It's quite difficult to keep within track limits through that first corner, but he has done so. Now round 3 and into 4. Now the first of many DRS zones on this track. That's the first of 2. 22.2 in the first sector. There's a yellow flag. That's for a Haas stopped on turn 1. Now round 6 down towards 7. Now the uphill right-hander of turn 8, also known as Samsung. And now he's flat out for the next little while down the hill. It's almost like a roller coaster is this circuit. And turns 10 and 11 for down the hill again. And now back up, straight up again into the final sector now. Just a few more hairpins to go until you have the run to the line. Our final proper corner of turn 14, and now it's all flat out from here up to the line. Just coming around the final corner goes Mr. Business. And here he goes, flat out, DRS active, and it's a 118.0 for our first run of the session. And the next one comes from Footface with a 19.9. There's a yellow flag. That is A-Games off, and is he facing the wrong... No, he's just off the track at turn 13, that is. Not entirely sure how you end up off there. I think Hart's
We're in now.
lap. Yeah. Goes
So
second.
on medium tyres. Jamie Cash begins his lap. Is that frosted cheese coming in? No, it's
No, that'd be
AlphaTauri of Rocky.
Luke the Blade's gone up
It's
into second.
Luke.
Who
am I thinking of then?
I don't know. Possibly there was just a few invalid laps on the board.
Yeah, potentially.
It's
just so confused with the colours.
The Alpine of Rocky's coming around the final corner. He's up to the line with DRS active now. Doesn't contribute very much to his lap, and it's an 18.8, which is just behind so it is the slowest of the medium run so far. I think Aparo is next. No, it's not. It is Frosted Cheese with DRS active. Coming to the line with an 18.2 on the medium compound. And now Mr. Business is coming back round the final sector, but he's going to be in the pit lane. He's run out of fuel. And into the pits comes Mr. Business. That's a Haas. The final two corners. That's Jay-Z. He's going to be going on to a lap then. And off he goes.
E7 for Jay-Z.
I thought he was just starting a lap. Never mind. He didn't seem to be using ERS on this lap. Oh, that's why I got confused.
Jumps above.
Yeah, Howard Gamer goes into P4 as well. That's a good lap from him. Kyle into P6, as you said. A-Game's only capable of P11 at this stage.
Aparo just coming out of the pit stand. Nearly collides with one of the drivers. Luckily uses the escape road, so does really well.
Yeah.
Get out of the way of that one.
Luke the Blade going on to another lap. Should be his second of the session. BC Ryan is just beginning his first one. And then that's the Alpine of Rocky also beginning a new one. And then the Alfa Romeo Sweatback Flame going on to start a lap. There's Keyplang off in the middle sector. That's at turn 8. He's gone into the gravel trap. And there's also the Ferrari here going quite slowly. I think he's just getting a lap though. So yeah, he's just starting a flying lap. Who's the furthest round a lap right now? Mr. Cactus is about 3 seconds up in the first two sectors. So he's flat out to the line then. With DRS
extraordinary good lap
active, is going to put him, not able to get him off the bottom at the moment, which is unfortunate for him. BC Ryan's invalidated his lap, which is a shame because he is quick if he can get a lap going. He just couldn't keep that one within the white lines. Luke the Blade's also invalidated. Just trying to look at A-Games is not on a lap then. VC Ryan will probably begin another lap, I assume, or he's going to come into the pit lane. VC Ryan comes into the pits. So Flames in the final corner though. He's going to come up to the line before too long, and he puts his Alfa Romeo on the top of the timing sheets with a 117.7. There's an Aston Martin stopped there at turn 5, just getting out of the way of Keepan coming through. That's Ferrari coming up to the line. Goes flat out across the line, goes into P8 with an 18.5. Very solid lap. Should see him through to Q2. That's a Red Bull of Jamie Cash beginning his second run, but hopefully this time he will keep it within the white line. That is a Haas going miles off the track, I just saw there. That's Kyle taking a slightly different layout. Keyplan coming around the final corner of turn 15, and he's flat out now up to the line. Puts his car P16 with a 119.9. It's quite a wide spread at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, the top 12 all within a second, and then beyond that the gaps start to increase a bit. Rocky is flat out. Is he finishing a lap? Yes, he is. Flat out up to the line, goes into P10, 2 positions gained, and 2 tenths gained as well. That's Hart's also up to the line. I think he's just beginning a lap. There's a yellow flag. That is A-Games that's slow coming out of the pit lane. Just trying to get out the way of the cars around him. And Jamie Cash coming around the final corner and up to the line. DRS active for the Red Bull, goes into P11 with an 18.6.
Same time as Rocky as well.
Oh yeah. 118.638. So those two sharing P10 and 11. That could be the difference between getting through to Q2 and not, although it's unlikely at this stage. Well, if there are too many improvements throughout the field, they could both be in the towards the drop zone with those times. Although looking at this field spread at the moment, I don't think it's particularly likely.
Surprise for me, really. I'd expect the power to be slightly higher up, probably from P14. He's got potential, very good potential. VC Ryan as well. Like I know he's just starting his lap, but also a quick driver.
He's just not strong enough to get
I'd expect him. Yeah, it's a very, very difficult track in all fairness. Portimao, one small mistake, but it's an invalidation really easily. So you got to be super careful, and you got to hit the apexes right at the optimum speed. So we'll just see how it goes for the race, especially when it rains. It's also going to be more difficult.
Yeah, Jamie Dodge and A-Games have both just begun a flying lap. The Red Bull of Havoc Game is just about to begin one. Sweatback Flame retires from the session. He's definitely done enough there. With that time, I'll be astonished if pretty much everyone in the session improves and Sweatback Flame sees himself out. That'll be certainly something.
Oh! Aparo just invalidates at the final corner. He was a second up.
Oh. Yeah,
could have been P2.
And then again, because he invalidated so late, he doesn't get to start another lap as well.
Human.
Yeah. I think no, VZ Ryan has posted a time after all this long, and he's gone up into P6 with an 18.3. Probably not the best of all he has in him, but it should do to get him through to Q2. Jamie Dodge is flat out up to the line, goes P1 with a 17.2, half a second clear of anyone else. That's a very good lap. A-Games has him validated. He's in the bottom, might be bottom 4 on this session.
Yeah, good lap there.
Yeah, Mr. Cactus is just starting a lap, and off he
Miles
goes.
6 times up.
I think Havoc Gamer is coming up. Yes, he goes into P3 with a 17.8. Very solid lap from him. Very competitive with the top guys. And now next up is Carl. I think yes, it is up to the line. Improved by a full second. Gets him up into P2. Also a very, very solid lap. Oh, that's someone facing the wrong way. That's Mr. Cactus off at turn 5. So this lap won't be completed then.
Oh, he's got to be careful. He's got a car right behind him.
That's Keyplank who's not on an outlap though, so it's all fine. BT Ryan should be pulling into the pit lane now. Yes, he is. And that's Jamie Dodge. Yeah, he's just coming around to end the lap. It's quite a short lap round at this Portimao circuit, so the drivers do have plenty of time to set their times during qualifying.
Yeah, short but sweet. Portimao, very fast, but it's nice, and it's not like a Spa, or it's not like a Singapore where it takes a long time. Yeah, so you can get a good amount of laps in.
Yeah, you can get lots of laps in a nice short space amount of time. Although it's not like other short tracks, say Monaco. In Monaco, you can probably get 2 or 3 laps in without having to properly stop and recharge a battery. But here, Mr. Cactus almost goes around at 3, that is. Around here, you can't go for 2 successive laps without running on 0 for a bit. Who do we have? I think Frosted Cheese is
Power
beginning of
does.
that. Yeah, power into P9. Which
Yeah, he
should
didn't have much URS. Should have
possibly
charged it a lot
invalidating a lap
more.
earlier.
Yeah, because he invalidated that lap, and the next lap he would also have it invalidated, so he didn't recharge his batteries as much as I thought he would have. So could have been a lot better for him.
Yeah, at the same time, it is Q1, so all he does need to do is get himself in that top 15, which he should do comfortably in P9. So as it stands, knocked out in Q1 will be Footface, A-Games, Keeplang and Mr. Cactus. The last two are both on invalid laps at the moment. Mr. Cactus, I think, has just run out of fuel. Or he's going incredibly slowly. So he's coming into the pit lane. Keeplang just starting that. Now he's just going slowly, but
What he's doing?
He's carrying on.
He's doing it like a sneaky liger.
Yeah.
Just saying now.
Footface is not pushing on this lap. I think he made a mistake on it. So I think he's going to try and recharge the battery and go again. Someone just jumped up the order. I believe that was Frosted Cheese. Yes, it is. He goes into P5. The most pole positions out of everyone on the grid last season. He's going to hope to repeat that success, but at the same time, getting a few more wins to his name. Aparo limping back into the pit lane with no fuel. Hearts is going round to begin another lap. He's in P11 at the moment, so that wouldn't be completely safe. Footface, yeah, he's just starting another one. A-Games is 4/10 up in the middle sector. If he can just keep this one on the track, it should be a decent lap. Although he's got a bit of oversteer mid-corner. He's just about managed to keep it legal, despite going all 4 wheels off the track there by the looks of things. He is taking it
Or he would
nice
have had
and
it invalidated.
Yeah, it looks like he should have had it invalidated, but whatever happened,
Even with those
didn't.
4 temps though, even with those 4 temps, it wouldn't take him out for drop zone, and
6/10,
he does
yeah.
go.
He's still
Yeah, it's just
4/10
not
away from what
quite
he needs.
enough. Just not quite enough.
Footface is only 100th of a second up in the first sector. There's a Red Bull going very slowly. That's Jammy Cash. He's just cooling down, making sure his tyres are nice and fresh. Havoc Gamer and Jammy Dodge both retire from the session, confident in their lap times. And it is fair enough. Mr. Cactus is in the pit lane, so I don't think he'll be able to get back out in time. So I think Mr. Cactus is out of qualifying. Hearts has gone off. He was half a second up and he's invalidated his lap, so he won't be improving here. Unless he's going for another one now, which he might well be.
Bit of confusion there. Bit of confusion with Jay-Z there. He did stop on the track, and I didn't know. I think Jay-Z was trying to give way to Hearts, but there was a Aston Martin, I believe, on it, a Footface that was coming through. So luckily, they just managed to get out of the way.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Footface just barely not improving there. He's 200ths of a second down on his previous time. Is starting another lap. He does need this. He is the driver at risk at this current stage. Jammy Cash, though, won't be improving. And he's...
Red Bull in the way.
Yeah, he just started...
Jammy Cash.
He moved out of the way, and then he almost started accelerating as came past. That is not ideal, but still gaining 2/10 in the first sector. There's a Haas quite a long way off the track at turn 1. Possibly just trying to get out the way. That would be Kyle, because Jay-Z is in the pit lane. So Jammy Cash isn't improving. So if improves, which at the moment he is doing, and then one of these guys in the bottom 5 improves, then Jammy Cash could be out. Although I don't think anyone in the bottom 5 is improving as the checker flag falls. So these are the last laps for everyone. I think Jammy Cash will just about scrape his way through. Half a second up in the middle sector. Yeah, I think by the time they get to the end of their laps, Jammy Cash will be okay. Footface is, yeah, he's moving out of everyone's way. He is not improving. Footface is out of qualifying then. And, there's contact! Jammy Cash and Rocky have just made contact down turn 13, that is. Rocky on a push-up. Jammy Cash, I think he tried to get out of the way, but parked in a really inconvenient position, and they both spun round. Rocky is safe, but... Rocky's
I mean,
still
I don't think you'd be too happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be too happy with that though, and depending if Jammy was on the racing line, could be a potential quality ban incoming.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think he was. I think he tried to stop on the inside, but he ended up stopping on the apex. A-Game's improving in the end, but not enough to get himself ahead of Jamie Cash. He needed half a second, only found half a tenth. So that is the end of Q1 then. Knocked out is A-Game's Footface, Keyplang, and Mr. Cactus.
Oh, that was an interesting Q1.
Yeah, got quite chaotic at the end. With a few potential blockings.
Yeah, look at that. 2 Canadians in the top 4.
Mm. Yeah, so that is the Q1 order then. So Jammy Dodge topping it from Kyle and Sweatback Flame with Havoc Gamer in P4 and on P5. Mr. Business P7, Hearts P8. I just skipped Frosted Cheese, he's P6. Jay-Z P9, Luke the Blade 10th. Then Aparo, VC Ryan, Dawit, Rocky and Jammy Cash all getting through. Then knocked out is A-Games, Footface, Keyplang and Mr. Cactus. Right.
And the benefit of those people on the mediums as well, they will have all the fresh sets. There, I can't even get my words out. Fresh sets of the soft tires, which will be very handy to come.
Yeah, that extra set they'll possibly use in Q2 and 3 just to get a bit more performance out of the car, or they may just save them for the race, which could be a possibility as well.
Any sign of rain in quali, maybe?
I don't believe so. I think it's just the race from what I've heard from the drivers.
That would definitely spice things up.
Coming out is Jammy Cash, but also you've got Dawid, Hart, Sweatback Flame. They're all on their way out. I think Sweatback is the first one. No, Jay-Z's managed to squeeze his way out in front, so Jay-Z is the first one out on the track.
Have a game of Jammy Cash coming out now. So quite a few all getting out. I wonder if there's a bit of urgency, maybe. Is there a bit of raining coming, possibly?
No, it's just the race. It's
one
heard
for
from
one.
Frosted Cheese.
Bummer.
Alright, yeah, so Jay-Z lets Hart go, so Hart's is the furthest round is out lap, so we'll be the first to settle that.
Oh, nearly everyone is out.
Yeah, everyone coming out quite early. Only people left in the garage is Frosted Cheese and Rocky then. Just everyone... apparently rain isn't on the way, but the way everyone's going out, you'd think there was.
Seems like it, doesn't it? It's quite funny to think that there's some sort of urgency, but...
There's a car off.
Yeah.
That is Jammy
Red Bull.
Cash. Yeah, he's off at turn 7 then. It doesn't help that my track map is basically 180 degrees compared to my the one in game. Because my track map has the pit straight on the bottom. And then the one in game I think works on north, south, east, west. Anyway, Hart's into the first few corners then down on the heavy brakes zone of 3. Hits his apexes, gets on the power. Careful not to spin on this curve up through 4. And now down the first DRS straight of 2. So 22-1 in the first sector. Can't quickly compare that to anyone around him, but it seemed to be pretty decent. And now down into 7. Flat out and into 8. Careful not to spin on the exit of that corner, which is very easy to do. There's a Red Bull off. That's that Havoc Gamer. Yes, it is. He's gone off at turn 5. So both Red Bulls having issues quite early in Q2 then. Thankfully, Jamie
52
Cash was
7.
only on his out lap.
52.7 for Hearts there. That's through the second sector, so looking pretty reasonable for the time being.
As he comes flat out now for the rest of the lap, round 15. Now he's going to get the DRS for the 5 meters that it's worth with an 18.4 as the benchmark, and the 17.7 from Jamie Dodge behind him, and an 18.7 from Jay-Z on the medium compound. And behind them is the Alfa Romeo of Luke the Blade with a 17.2. Now Kyle does. No, Kyle doesn't. Okay, possibly invalidating his lap. I assume so. I didn't see the red track map, but must have been. Parry does an 18.3. Havoc Gamer with a 38.4 after that spin. Down with a 19.0. Coming up to the line now. With a 19.2. Mr. Business with an 18.0. There's a Parrot off in the gravel trap.
Swapback Flame on medium tyres does a 17.6. Bear in mind he's done 2 laps now on those medium tyres.
Yeah, Sweatback has. I think Sweatback loves this track. He does seem to be going very well around here so far today. Rocky now up the line with an 18.3. Very solid up from him. Jamie Cash is just stopped between turn 1 and 2 on that short straight there. I'm not entirely sure what Jamie Cash is doing. Probably just being extra careful to get out of people's way. So
Gorgeous, isn't he? Try not to make the same mistake as he did in Q1.
Yeah, that's what I assume. He seemed to be extra careful with the cars behind him. I think Luke the Blade on his way in. Yes, he is. Let's see if Havoc Gamer goes for another run. He's invalidated this one though, so I think he will be coming into the pits. Yes, he does. There you go. You just being complimented by being called solid. If you consider that a compliment.
Me.
You. They said, why is Solid's audio so weird? Because it's not solid. That's why.
I mean, I'll take it, but I am not the solid elite.
Oh, Rocky goes shooting off the
There's
track.
only one.
Yeah, he's on his way in though. This is Giannuzzi. This is not solid. Yeah.
There's only one solid elite.
And we cannot replace him.
He's irreplaceable.
Right. I don't think we're going to see any more lap times for the time being. We've got VC Ryan heading back out again. But Kyle is the only other person on track. Oh, Jay-Z as well. Oh, is that cheeky little fellow? You are a cheeky fellow now.
I haven't even got my laptop up, to be fair.
I've just got my other monitor for Twitch. For seeing the chat. Jay-Z's on an outlap, as is Frosted Cheese and VC Ryan. So, yeah, the two. What am I saying? VC Ryan and Frosted Cheese not setting a lap so far in the session. Everyone seemingly bolting on the softs here, getting ready to go again. Mr. Business heading back out on mediums as well. Yeah, so there's no inherent action going on, but we can just wait for when they next get onto the track. So the next person to begin a lap is Jay-Z, who's coming just around the final corner now, flat out all the way until turn 1. Now with DRS active, he's going all the way down into turn 1. It's quite a long pit straight here. Now into the high-speed turn 1. Very easy to invalidate there. He just about keeps his right-hand wheels within the white lines. Now round 2 and 3, keeping it rotated but not over-rotated, and into a spin. And down into the hairpin of 5, one of the many hairpins on the circuit. JC 9/10 up there. He's got it at 3.
Very good first sector there.
Yeah, it's a very
That's a
solid
very
from
good-
Jay-Z. Getting through 5. Now into 7 and 8. Careful not to spin on that apex. He got a bit slidey there, but he's kept it in a straight line. Now round 9 down into 10 and 11. On the power rotating down to 12. Yet another hairpin here for 13, and then one more on this circuit for turn 14. It's another purple sector from Jay-Z. This is a very solid lap from him on the soft tyres. His first lap was on the used set. So now he's flat out for the rest of the lap. Down round 15. Now over the crest to the line. Jay-Z goes into P2 with a 17.5. 1.2 seconds gained. Frosted Cheese next to the line. Yeah, Frosted Cheese comes up to the line. DRS active. He goes fast with a 17.2. Most poles last season. He's on track for another, even though it's only Q2. He's on the right lines.
He's a good lad. Frosted. Quick.
At least he ran bought
if he can
another
just,
lap.
If he can just convert those poles into win,
It was more,
he's got a good chance at
it was more
being in the
fitting.
championship.
Yeah, it was more fitting when he was in that Ferrari car last season. Gets loads of poles, but cannot convert them for the life of him.
The Charles Leclerc case,
Yeah.
it seems like.
Have a game.
I was going to make a dark joke then.
Corners. Oh dear.
I was going to say a dark joke, but I thought I don't want XLR to get cancelled.
Havoc Gamer taking quite a lot of curb there. Just going flat out until the line puts it P6 with a 17.9. So that is provisionally into Q3, but there may just be a few more twists and turns to this session. Kyle coming around 14 down towards turn 15. Flat out now. Gonna enable DRS with just a few meters to go on the track. Goes fastest though with a 17.1. Very nice lap from Kyle. As Frosted comes in. Though it's in the final corner, he's a 10th up at the moment. Although he is coming into the pit lane. So just that little gain that he had wasn't worth it. A Parry coming out just as Frosted Cheese comes in. So it's interesting to see how many people will get further runs in this session. So Jammy Cash and a Parry going out for extra laps. Who else is on track? Jammy Dodge is on an out lap. Kyle will be on his way in. Havoc Gamer is also on his way in, I believe. You've been asked whether you like the frog emoji.
Frog emoji.
Do you like the frog emoji?
I think it's right, isn't it? Don't have an issue with it.
It's alright, don't have an issue with it. That's your emoji rating. I got Jammy Dodge just beginning a lap. We had Havoc Gamer begin one just a few seconds ago. And
yeah, I'll get that in now. Frog emoji, 7.5 out of 10.
Hit another barrier like earlier. Yeah, somehow earlier, A-Games managed to hit the inside wall at the last corner of Austria. And I was just thinking, like how was that possible?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. The yellow.
I mean, do you expect it?
Havoc Games invalid.
Yeah, there's a yellow.
That's Jammy Cash bringing out the yellow. He's on his out lap though, so he's just charging his battery, I think. But Jammy Dodge is going through 8 now. And now he goes over the crest and then tumbling down again. And now he goes off to the left before coming back up and to the right. It really is just a roller coaster of corners around this track. I wish we wish we could get Magello on the F1 games. That'd be so cool.
I'd love Magello. Oh, I'd been so like when I.
Oh, you just started talking about Magello and then your mic just cut out. There is a yellow flag in turn 1. That's for one of the Ferraris. That's Dowd just on an outlap, so I don't know why I need to do that, because I was spectating one of the other Ferrari. Jamie Dodge goes up into P2 with a 17.1, just half a tenth behind. Because Sweatback Flames got a grid penalty for illegal blocking of the pit lane there, I assume. He just got himself a 5-place grid penalty. Rocky coming around the middle sector. Hearts is about to begin a flying lap. Parry just ended one, put himself P5. Frosted Cheese doesn't. I don't think Frosted Cheese is coming out again. Yeah, with a minute and a half left in the session, Frosted Cheese is going for another one.
Sweatback Flame with a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking.
He was. I think he was just going slowly out the pits, and the game didn't like that.
Now, he had one in China, and I remember this because there was a massive faff if he could have it removed. But when I looked on the replay, he was on the racing line. So I think because you're going slow on the racing line, I think that. But if you're saying he was coming out of the pit lane, that is very, very questionable on what happened. So unfortunate, really.
Slow coming out the pits, and there's not really much you can do because we're mid-session. Jay-Z goes into P4. It's not like you can just take it off his time, because it's the same session. They just feed into each other. Sweatback Flame is just beginning a lap.
Yeah, Ryan's coming across the line now. Who needs a lap?
Yeah, he really
this
does.
Only lap.
No, this is a warm-up lap. He's going for one now.
Yeah, he's going for a banker, yeah. Well, he has put a lap time in of 44.1.
He's not going to get the 107% rule. Naughty. Here goes Hart. He's goes into P7 with almost a full second improvement. That's not quite safe, but it should get him through. We've got Havoc Gamer as well, who's retired in P9 when there are people behind him improving. Mr. Business is 7 tenths up. But first we have Jammy Cash coming up to the line.
Oh, there's people for Mr. Business as well.
Yeah, Jammy Cash does not get himself out. Wait, no, Jammy Cash goes into P10, so he's just about through, but he's on the bubble. Although Rocky, can he knock Jammy Cash out? Yes, he can. The Red Bull is out. Now both Red Bulls are out as Mr. Business improves into P4. So both Red Bulls are out in the second part of qualifying. Can he get himself out? No, he can't. Is out in Q2. VC Run is 25 seconds up on his best through the middle sector.
What a lap.
But now it's all down to VC Run. Can he get himself out? Can he knock Rocky out? And it's flat out from here. VC Run goes up into P8, so Rocky is out in Q2 and Hutz is safe on the bubble. So once Hutz comes around, then we will be on to Q3. Where we shall decide the order for the final 10.
Tell you what, Haas are looking very good.
Yeah. But at the same time, Alfa Romeo, I think, one of those two are probably my favourites of pole here. And it could be anyone, really. Like, I think anyone out of that top 7, I would not be surprised to see on pole. To be honest, that top 8, just anyone in the top 8. Could get
just
through.
Unfortunate for Swapback, though, to have that grid penalty.
Even if Swapback does get pole, though, he won't be able to keep it. But so Carl tops Q2 from Jammy Dodge and Frosted Cheese, and knocked out is Rocky, Havoc Gamer, Jammy Cash, and Dowd in the Ferrari. Swapback saying, a Ferrari stopped before turn 1, and Sweatback got a penalty for blocking the pit lane.
Uh,
I don't think we will be able to do anything though, because we
we
have to
can't
make
do anything about it.
unless we make a new lobby.
The only things we would only do is restart the lobby, but
Yeah,
it would
I
just
don't
take
know.
so much time.
I don't. Unfortunately, I don't think we're able to remove that penalty for sweatback, which really sucks. But
He did tag me in it, but at the same time, it's not
yeah,
my problem.
true. It's not your problem anymore.
It's like that Cupid Frog meme, but it's none of my business. And he's like sipping iced tea, I think.
We're just sitting. Yeah.
Yeah, you just got the pit lane, haven't you?
Yeah, just sitting on the pit lane. I think we're just waiting for someone to get him to load in. There we go.
There you go. Hey.
Yes.
Intermediate tires? No.
Kyle topping the session, saying his life is complete. Jamie George, I think, will be our first out. Assuming no one further down the pit lane comes out sooner. Well, Hart's coming out as well. Will probably get the advantage on him. Here goes Jamie Dodge. But that's an interesting way to take a pit lane exit. He almost drifted out the pit lane there. That's just his ping though. It's quite difficult when
Yeah,
you're trying
Hearts
to race
is out.
from the other side of the world.
Hearts is first out of the
Yeah.
papaya.
And then it's Jamie Dodge, and then it's Mr. Business.
Yeah, so this is going to be very important now for the drivers. Who can get the perfect lap in?
Yeah, it's just who's going to be able to keep their laps, like keep themselves composed when it matters. It's just
Who's going to risk it and
yeah,
try and, like, what's the word I'm looking for, to exceed as much track as possible.
just use
Well, I
as
say
much
that
track,
to keep it within all the tracks, but spread it out as much as possible.
Right, so Hart is just coming into that is turn, as he's coming into 13 now. So it's just one more to go. It's crucial to get the best exit off this turn 14 hairpin as he can. That's going to affect his run all the way down to turn 1. So he's flat out from now all the way to that first corner. Game's not letting me click any buttons. Yeah, that's not really normal. Probably best idea is to restart, either reload into the lobby or just restart your game. I don't know. Well, Hart's goes very wide. He somehow managed to keep that legal for the first part, and then he drifted off again. So Hart has invalidated his lap already. Jamie Dodge coming around
already.
4. Flat out down into 5. Hart's getting out of the way very nicely for him. If you can't. Yeah, I think you will be able to. Jamie Dodge coming down into 13 and 14. Not 13 and 14, 7 and 8. I don't know why I said 13 and 14. Around 7 and 8. Now flat out down the crest. Now back up the hill on the left hander into 9. Gets it turned in for 10 and 11. Now he's heading into 13 and 14. Just the 2 more hairpins to go until he will be flat out for the rest of the lap. Just gets his Ferrari rotated around the corners, and now off he goes for the rest of the lap. He's going to be completely flat to the floor. Up to the line. And Jamie Dodge puts his car P1 with a 17.0. I think that's the fastest time we've seen so far. Mr. Bins with a 17.2. That's a very solid lap as well, but just not quite good enough to challenge. Hart, I think, is starting a lap now, since he invalidated his first one. And that is VC Ryan in the final corner. He's on an out lap though. So it's Luke the Blade who's invalidated Sweatback Flame on an out lap. And it says Kyle next to the line. And now flat out for up to the line for Kyle. He top Q2. Can he top Q3? No, he can't. It's a 17.5. Just only P3 for the Haas driver. Frosted Cheese, the most poles in Tier 2 last season with a 17.2, can only manage second for the time being. It looks like Johnny Josh was off the track there, but he doesn't appear to be. Now, flash out for Hart for the final corner. Now, round 15, flash out to the line. Hart puts his car at P6 with a 17.8. He's not that far off considering it's a second lap on those tyres. And now VC run round 14. He's done all he needs to do. He just needs to keep it within the lines now.
Yeah, it's times as well. Without exceeding track limits, coming out of the pit lane. Oh, swept back.
Alright, so they are all into the pit lane then.
I got scared then for a minute. I thought you.
I just caught it from the chat. That's the issue with the type of USB connection my microphone has. It very easily just slightly comes out. So it's like so it's like
explains it.
It's in, but it's not quite connected.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
well,
and because it's still connected to my PC doesn't make a noise. It's just that there's no noise from the actual computer saying that a USB is disconnected because it hasn't. It's just the thing at the other end has disconnected. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Right, Face wanted me to rate Ratatouille, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it's a good movie. Not one of my favourites. But I still think it's got a good plot to it. 7 out of 10.
I wonder how controversial your rating will be. So Frosted Cheese on an outlap, so is Aparo. So the two Williams boys on the outlaps.
Yeah, the trouble is, if they do, they'll get another lap in if they go into the pits again.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, with 4 minutes 20, theoretically they can get back. I think Aparo just exceeded a bit too much.
Yeah, I think he did as well.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Yeah. Wise move it.
Yeah, he exceeded just a bit too much. Oh, now he's just stopped in the pit lane because he did a little drift into the pits. Unless Frosted Cheese has fueled for 2 runs, this will probably be one of his final laps in the session. Because only 3.5 minutes or so, he'll get to the end of his lap at around 1 minute 20, and then he'll have that to get out for an outlap. So yeah, unless he's fueled for multiple runs, this is his final run. So let's hope he makes the most of it into turn 1. And now down into 2 and 3, the first hairpin on the track. And now up the hill, flat out. Not as bad as Solid, can we have him more? Is the opinion on you after your movie ratings.
I'm flattered.
Frosted Cheese round 6, down into 7, now uphill slightly through 8. Ever so slightly banked corner up there, and now he's back down again before going back up. And now it's flattened out for a bit before coming through 11. Now it goes tumbling down again for yet another climb upwards again. And 3.5 tenths up. That will be a very competitive lap if he manages to complete it. Now he comes back down again through 14. And now he's flat out for the rest of his lap.
Looks saucy.
Down the hill, and now just one more crest. Over the crest he comes. DRS enabled, puts it P1 by 4 tenths of a second, a 1:16.6. He very much did make the most out of that one run he's got. Now the next tough lap will be Jay-Z. I mean, DRS, if he has the fuel, he can back off and go again.
Yeah.
But it just depends whether he has the fuel or not.
Big F, big Fs.
I mean, he could No, he's got his fuel light flashing. He won't have enough. Right, so Jay-Z has just invalidated at turn 1.
He's still got time though. He's still got time.
Yeah. But does he have the
That's
fuel?
the good news. Good question.
That's what it hangs on.
Good question.
Whether he has the fuel. Luke the Blade, coming round turn 4, opens the DRS, coming down this back straight. He's with a 21.8 in the middle sector. According to the game, that's purple, but in the first sector, according to the game, that's purple, but often the game just lies about this sort of thing. Especially if it's the first run from that driver. Now through 7 and 8. Over the crest again, and now down the hill. He comes tumbling down before climbing back up again. It really is a roller coaster, this track. It just looks like
it is real good fun.
the average mountain road. Now round 13, and now just one proper corner to go before we can see how competitive Luke the Blade's one and only run will be. Jay-Z has fueled up to go again. So Jay-Z is going for another run then. He did have the fuel to do so. But now Luke the Blade up to the line, DRS active. He goes P2 with a 16.9. It's still 3 tenths off Frosted though, which is more saying how good Froster's lap was than.
Froster's always had that.
Yeah.
He's always been really good at quality frosted cheese, regardless.
Yeah.
I remember at Australia, he was like half a second quicker.
Yeah, Hart's improved by 3 tenths,
than me.
which jumps him up a few positions up into P6. So that's a solid lap from him. Jamie Dodge starting his next lap, and now
Apparo's coming up.
Frosted's teammate up to the line. Can he make it to Williams 1-2? No, he can't. He goes into P5, but still a solid lap from him. The checker flag has fallen. These are the final laps for everyone. VC Ryan is supposedly purple in the middle section, but he's only 40 thousandths up on his best so far, and he's quite wide through 14, and he's sliding on the rear as well. I don't think that there's going to be an improvement here from VC Ryan. And no, it's not. He comes into the pit lane.
Yeah.
Mr. Bin is up to the line. He's 400 down, improved by 2 tenths, but it can't gain him any positions. Jay-Z up to the line, a 10.5 up. Can he improve? He goes into P7, 4 tenths gained in the end. Gets himself ahead of his old teammate Hart. Now Kyle, can he get himself off that 9th position? Yes, he can. He goes up into 2nd.
What a lap!
That's a very good lap. Sweatback Flame gets himself into P3, but that will be P8 after that penalty gets applied. Jamie Dodge at 2 tenths up. Can he stick it on pole? No, he can't. He improved by under a tenth in the end. Well, he's only 6/1000th of a second behind Luke the Blade. So he'll be P4 then. Once grid penalties are applied, and Aparo will be starting from 5th. So that is Frosted Cheese securing his first pole of the season in the first round. Starting off well to break. Let's just try that again. Starting off well to break that record of 5 poles in a season.
The streak lives on.
And once Aparo pulls in, we will be ready to start going down to the grid for the race.
Right, I'm going to get a coffee and keep myself awake. And that will be 2 minutes.
Right, so Frosted Cheese securing what is his 6th XLR pole, followed by Kyle and Sweatback Flame. Although Sweatback will not be starting there. He'll be down to P8. Unfortunately for him. So, Frosted Cheese topping the session from Kyle. Then Luke the Blade, Jeremy Dodge, Aparo, Mr. Business, Jay-Z, Sweatback Flame, Hart, and VC Ryan rounding off the top 10. Oh, we could have quite the exciting race on our hands. Well, we do have rain in the race. I'm not sure if it's going to start wet, but we'll just have to see. Right. Oh dear. What? A Games, are you okay? I don't think A Games is okay. I think A Games forgot how to English. Wait, why is the aspect ratio like that? That's not what it should be. Oh, no, it's fine, never mind. Okay, so there's nothing we can rain at the end, yeah. So we're just kind of sitting here waiting for the start of the race. We've got another 6 minutes to wait. Got another 5 minutes to wait, so let's do something we haven't done in a while. And look at Wikipedia. So, the Algarve International Circuit, commonly referred to as the Portimao Circuit, is a 4.653-kilometer race circuit located in Portimao in the Algarve region of Portugal. It includes a karting track, off-road track, technology park, 5-star hotel, sports complex, and apartments, as well as the main circuit. It was designed by Ricardo Pina, and the construction was finished in October 2008. This is what you have to do when you're bored. Let's get to the point about F1. There we go. In July 2020, it was announced that the circuit would host the Portuguese Grand Prix from the 23rd to the 25th of October, as a part of a revised calendar due to things we shall not mention. and it was the first time there was a Portuguese Grand Prix since 1996, which took place at Estoril. And then it also hosted the Portuguese Grand Prix again in 2021. And then in August 2020, it was also announced that MotoGP would host a race here. And there's a few different configurations, but I can't tell a difference between those two. The Grand Prix circuit
Did you
and the
know?
motorcycling circuit. I cannot see a difference between the two of them.
Yeah. The Portimao circuit as well is also used for the cycle course for Ironman in Portugal. You can do 2 laps around it during the time. So you do 2 loops around the bike course, which includes going around the Portimao circuit. And I thought I'd love to do it one day. That's if I have the time.
You don't need to do more Ironman races. You've done.
Yeah,
Surely one is enough for a lifetime.
It'll be fun to do more. Like next year, I'm focusing on Olympic and sprint distances. But come 2025, there will be the potential of maybe doing a full Ironman Wales, which is one of the hardest in the world. But I just got to see where I'm at. But I'm hoping to do it in that time. When are we going then?
In another minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
I'm too keen to go. Come on, guys.
Isn't it normally 5 minutes? Because this one was like 6 or 7. I feel like this one is longer than it normally is.
Plenty of time. Well, touch wood. No one's readied up too early.
Yet.
Yeah.
I think everyone on this current grid has raced with us before, so that always helps. We need to just do a training session for the new drivers to make sure they don't ready up early. Just drill home the rules.
This is it. Yeah.
In their brains.
We need leaders to show them how to do it.
Get a pyro, just sitting them down in a classroom, just teaching them the rules. Right, we're going now.
Hooray!
No, Jay's saying no kamikazes into turn 1. Yes, kamikazes. It makes good content. Alright, I need to get my track map back up. There we go. Alright, so we should be getting on with the formation lap at some point.
Speed? No.
Right, here we go. Formation lap is underway. And now we can see what tyres the drivers have on. So it's mostly mediums and softs on the board, but there's mostly mediums and hards, but there is a few softs. So Frosted Cheese, Kyle, Jeremy Dodge, Paro, and Mr. Business, that's top 6 all on the mediums. Jay-Z going for the hard tyres, Sweatback Flame on the mediums, Hearts on the hards, VC Ryan on mediums, Rocky on softs, on mediums, Havoc Gamer and Jamie Cash both on softs, Dowd on the mediums, A-Games and Footface both on the hards, and Keyplang and Mr. Cactus both on the soft tyres. 2 people down to 10. That's a bit optimistic. I reckon there's going to be more like 8. We're going to have a massive pile up before turn 1. And the entire field is going to be taken out.
Una saying.
He said 2 people dying into turn 1, and I'm
2 people dying.
And I'm saying it's going to be more like 8 people dying into turn 1.
I just called that. Just got me giggling a little bit. So, the way you can do this is long medium stint, lap 20.
Yeah.
Softs for the remainder.
I think it really is medium soft, medium hard, or soft hard. I don't think I've ever seen a soft medium. I don't know why.
Nope.
Every time people start on the soft, they can't do 13 laps on softs. than 20 on mediums, but they can do 20 on mediums.
It's down to the grip. It's down to the track as well. Because you're putting more grip on the track, it reduces tyre wear, which is really, really good.
I keep thinking Frosty Cheese is about to spin out with the way he's doing his formation.
Yeah, I know.
He's so aggressive with those steering.
I don't know if I was lagging or not, but no, he's just really, really
it looks like he's
going
about
for
to
it.
just. The car's about to just go around on him. Right, he gets himself on his grid spot. So once, what is going on? Why is that? What is Jammy Cash doing? He's just. That's just okay. He's just going incredibly slowly and he's now just stopped.
Oh! I saw an AlphaTauri just going to the wall. Was that Aru's car?
Probably. It doesn't matter though, because since the damage is off on the formation lap. But Jammy Cash taking an interesting method of formation laps. Just waiting for the last cut of Keeping to form up on the grid, then we'll be ready to go for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Just once the ping sorts itself out. Here we go to 5 red lights for the Portuguese Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go for the season opener. And it's really poor start for Kyle. Yeah, it's a really bad start for Kyle. He's lost so many positions already. Frosted Cheese gets away well. Luke the Blade around the outside of Jammy Dodge into P2. Jammy Dodge into P3. There's many cars off. There's so many cars off. I think there's a Red Bull going off the grass. That's Jammy Cash cutting the corner. He gets a 10-second time penalty for it.
Oh my god.
And that's Hart's almost going around. There's an Alpine of Rocky going around the outside. Carl gets past Mr. Business on the inside of into turn 5. Again, trying to work his way back through those positions. He lost right at the start. And there's all knows what going on in the back. There's a Ferrari almost spinning himself for a round. Jay-Z's dropped all the way down to 15. Jammy Cat gets past Agams as well for P13. That was quite the chaotic start.
Yeah, very. No one kamikaze turn 1 though.
Jammy Cash kamikaze turn 4 or turn 3, which is
yeah,
why he has a 10-second time penalty. I think he got spun or made contact and it sent him across the corner. And then
it's the start that Frosted Cheese wanted, Bill.
Yeah, it really is. There's just that level of chaos. Mr. Cactus goes for a move on down, but he's off the track in doing so. And he's got Keyplan trying to go around the outside of him. And Frosted Cheese is away by 0.6 of a second. Then a further second back to Jammy Dodge. No, he's not 1 minute 20 clear of everyone else. That's just not true. Sweatback Flame gets the move done on Rocky in turn 1. And there's contact between the two Red Bulls. And Havoc Game has been spun round after contact with his teammate at turn 1. And Havoc Game is facing the wrong way, having made contact. It's really been... Jammy Cash has really been in the war so far. After
Red Bull not
turn
getting the start.
3, and then now contact with his teammate.
Yeah, it's not what he wanted really.
This is AlphaTauri run. That's... he goes round at turn 5. Mr. Business, I think, made a move on Ryan there. Or maybe it was Ryan trying to make a move on Mr. Business. But there was a Mercedes and an AlphaTauri involved. Ames have gone round again. This time at turn 8.
So what I'm thinking of implementing is Frosted Cheese has got the higher wings, which is more for the downforce. Luke has opted for the straight line speed more than anything, and we'll just see fastest lap for Luke. So
he's closing in on Frosted Cheese, although it won't be enough just yet, though he does get close.
But he cuts that by half the time. So this is really dangerous stuff.
Gets the move on Mr. Business as he goes off track. There's contact with Carl and Aparo there as well. Yeah. And now with DRS enabled, Carl's going to go for the move with DRS on the inside down to turn 5. And Carl does get that move done. And Mr. Benson went into the back of the Williams, just about managed to keep it on the track. Mr. Cactus gets a 5-second penalty. Jammy Catch makes a move on soft tyres against the hards. Understandably a bit quicker at this stage in the race. Jammy Cash gets a 3-second penalty with multiple warnings as well. So now we've got 13 already. And it's lap 3. And Mr. Bin is trying to go for the move on Aparo. He's going to go for the move on the outside. The win is almost boxed in. There's a bit of decent, I think, there between a pair of them. Now VC Ryan squeezed his way around. Now VC Ryan up into 6th, and Aparo goes really deep again. Aparo's gone very deep as well. Yeah, now he's got VC Ryan trying to go round his outside, round turn 14. This side by side, can he make the move done? Yes, he does. That's a very nice move. And here goes Sweatback Flame of Mr. Business.
Does he get, does
I know that DRS has gone to Aparo. And look at Sweatback Flame, he's already made one move. Is he going to make three moves on one straight? Yes, he is, on the inside. And Sweatback Flame just went from 9th to 5th in the span of
he just got off the track though.
One straight. Aparo trying to go for the move. He's locked his rears though, I think. And now Mr. Bins is up into 6th place. There's all no going on in this battle here for 5th place. It's a really close battle, all the way down to 9th. Rocky gets past Aparo now. And now Rocky goes for the move on VC Ryan. There's a bit of contact between the two of them. But Rocky has just about got ahead. They're side by side. You can see it from one board of Aparo here. They're going to go side by side round 7. And wisely, Rocky does back out of that one. He's not going to make a move work round 7 and 8.
Sorry, Luke the Blade has just gotten past Ross the Cheese for the lead. I've just seen.
When was that?
Yeah, we were so focused on the midfield battle, and Jamie Cash has got another penalty. He's got 16 seconds.
Wait, so he just got 3 warnings in the span of 1 lap?
He's got 3 penalties in the space of 4 laps.
Yeah, and he got that penalty 1 lap after getting his first one. He gets Ross the Cheese back for the race lead. On the inside, gets the move done. That's a fairly standard DRS pass. Here goes Hearts on Jamie. Cash is going to go for the inside line, and he backs out of it though. Into turn 1. Sweatback Flame and Mr. Business side by side. Hearts gets a 3-second time penalty. Sweatback Flame gets pushed a bit wide by Mr. Business. They're side by side. Round 4. VC Ryan now on Sweatback outside with the DRS. Well, he gets boxed in by Mr. Business ahead. There's a bit of contact with Rocky behind, I think. And now Mr. Business is somehow attacking Sweatback Flame from all that distance back. There's a bit of contact. VC Ryan's going to try and go squeezing around the outside. Mr. Business has to back out of the move. Sweatback Flame stays in P5. And VC Ryan looking like he wants to get past, but he just can't find the time because Mr. Business is also attacking Sweatback Flame ahead of him.
Yeah, this is so critical as well for everyone apart from the top 4, shall I say, is really benefiting from this because it's just pulling them away while the rest are battling for position, and how this is giving so much of a relief to Kyle.
Jamie Cash is going very slowly.
Yellow flags, who's that?
Jamie Cash, he's going very slowly.
Has he lost a wing?
No, not lost a wing, I think. He just wasn't using his throttle for a small straight. But Jamie Cash is going very slowly.
Yeah, he's gone... Oh, what is going on there?
I don't know, is he putting into retire?
Is he going to pit? Yeah?
What is going on?
He's gone very slowly.
He's going very slowly into the pit lane.
We'll see what he does now.
Is he retiring? Yeah.
I think he...
Okay. Yeah, with those 16 seconds of time penalties, he wasn't gonna...
Yeah.
And you can't even serve a 10-second penalty, that's the worst part.
Is that not even possible?
No. You can't even serve it. You can only serve 5-second penalties.
Oh, I'd be fuming.
Well, it depends.
Oh, I think his car's going back on the track.
Yeah, it's quite a short pit lane. It shouldn't bring out a safe car though.
Luke went wide. Sorry, Frosted.
Yeah, he's gone wide and got a 3-second penalty for it. Mr. Business makes a move on the outside of Sweatback Flame. Although he doesn't
Jamie Dodge is joining the frame as well.
Yeah, he doesn't quite have enough track left to do it. There is now a yellow flag at turn 2. Although that has
it's gone. Yeah, Jamie's car.
No, I'm being held up by it. So Luke the Blade will now have the DRS. And he's got a bit more battery to use. And the more straight line speed. He's pulling to the inside. And long before the corner, he's made the move done. So Luke the Blade gets back up into the race lead. Now this battle for 5th. Here goes Mr. Vincent again.
Yeah.
Yes, again, he tried to go for the move. There's contact this time.
Is there a spin?
No one spun, but Sweatback Flame went very wide. Mr. Vincent almost spun, but he's managed to keep going. Although now VC Ryan will have the DRS, and Sweatback Flame tried to squeeze his way up the inside into 4. That doesn't work, and Rocky's gone round. Rocky's into the wall. Yeah, Rocky's gone round into the wall. He's still
Is there a
going.
safety car?
No, there's no safety car. He doesn't. He might. I don't think he has much damage. He's got some by the looks of things. Yeah, he's missing an end plate. Missing his end plate, but that's it. Yeah, so Mr. Bin is now in 5th from VC Ryan and Sweatback Flame. And then Hart's getting all out of shape around 8. Just saw that. It's been quite a chaotic one so far.
Yeah.
Oh, Darren getting a slide on the exit of 8. Well, I don't think how Gamer is close enough to capitalise on that.
So I think for people to look out for...
Yes, sir.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. So people look out for maybe is going to be Haas and Jay-Z, who are on the hard tyres. Bear in mind, only 2.8 seconds behind the train.
That's Rocket's gone off again. Possibly with overheating tyres after that previous spin.
Maybe. Yeah, looking like
then
it.
with that damage as well, he's got another missing end plate,
who?
I think.
Is that A Games? A Games has gone round as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, never mind. I thought Rocky had lost both.
Sorry,
of
Rocky. Sorry, Rocky. It's A Games.
Rocky did also go around.
Oh, maybe he did.
They both went around.
So much going on. There's so much going on.
And Keepang was going very slowly. And there's many cars in the pits, lots of wing changes throughout the field. Sweatback Flame's dropping like a stone down this back straight. He's now lost out to
what's happened there?
Possibly, he must have had a spin. There's no way he lost that much time. Jay-Z and Hart side by side. These two having a slightly frosty relationship last season when they were teammates. And now in rival teams. Yeah, Jay-Z does get the move done. And Hart's almost... Oh, and here goes squeezing his way down the inside into 9. Rare to see moves here, and now Sweatback Flames on their bumper as well. He goes the move as goes off the track.
Sweatback, nice move there. Nice move there.
Yeah, just getting his way past, not getting held up by going straight on. And now Frosted with DRS. Will he be able to get past Luke the Blade this time around? He's closer than he was last lap. He pulled to the inside, and Frosted Cheese before the corner again gets the move done, but he's gone off the track, so that probably will be a warning for him. Get 3 warnings before a time penalty, and he's already had 1 penalty. Sweatback Flame is sped in the pit lane as well.
Oh no. Was that on? Oh, it was a Paro, sorry, I thought... They're pitting quite early. Wing damage for Sweatback.
Most of them either have damage
wing damage for Aparo.
Yeah, Aparo also changing wing. Most of them are either with damage or off the softs. Or both. Mr. Cactus is very cautious into the pits.
As he should be, as they should be.
Just taking... Not risking anything there with... Not risking speeding at all, which is fair enough.
This is going to be a massive fight then for the win. You've got 3 class drivers out there then. But Jamie Dodge he's under fueled, so he's expecting a safety car in this race, so we'll have to see.
Bit less fuel than the game predicts, because sometimes different people have different driving styles that burn a bit less fuel depending on their style. Frosted Cheese goes back to the move on Luke the Blade, and there he goes again into turn 1. Although Luke the Blade's going to fight this one, so he can't make the move for now. Although he sets up a switchback, he seems to be having the better exit off 3. Now down round 4 with DRS again. Here he goes back to the inside into 5. Frosted tries to squeeze him, but Luke the Blade gets back up into the race. There's a bit of contact, but as it was for the last 2 laps, Luke the Blade and Frosted Cheese swapping positions into turn 1 and then into turn 5. So yeah, Jamie Dodge not able to quite get into this fight just yet.
Haas has recovered that really well, and he spun just at the start of sector 2 by the hairpin with Jay-Z. I thought he was going to crash into him, but very well recovered.
Without locking the wrist.
McLaren. Yeah, when he does it again. Yeah, and that's going to help Jay-Z as well, getting out of that DRS.
Yeah, he's breaking the DRS.
Which would be beneficial. So Hearts having to be extra careful.
This front train's starting to close in on Mr. Cactus, so if they do that, like if they get close enough to him, then Luke the Blade will have DRS as well. Here goes Frosted Cheese again though, on the inside. And yet again, takes the lead into the first corner.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't mind that. Pulling away from the rest. Kyle's 3.1, well 2.9 now away
and then
from the top threes.
runs another 6 seconds behind him, and then Mr. Business. It's actually.
Oh, here comes Luke again.
Yeah, there goes Luke again. As they do. This is just what these guys have been doing. Well, Frosted Cheese doesn't seem to be fast this lap compared to the previous. He seems to be a bit more pushy to get back past, possibly just prompting Luke the Blade to go a bit faster.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to be happening. I wonder when the
there goes Sweat back around the outside.
pit windows are.
Yeah, it's the only really close gap throughout basically the entire field. Is these guys here, and now Parry now going to go for the move for too long. It's fresh hard against old soft. It's not even a contest. Just straight around the outside.
Oh, yellow flag.
Yellow flag. That's
who
Mr.
was
Cactus. Mr. Cactus a lap down now. So he's lapped to Kyle. And there goes
back goes Frosted
again.
Cheese.
It's interesting to see how this will change in the dying laps, because these two are battling, and then there's Jammy Dodge that's just there using their DRS. Gets past Keyflang. Again, it's old fresh cards against old softs.
He thinks about going around the outside.
Frosted Cheese actually stays ahead this time around, but
the Blade
will get him back. The Blade will get him back into turn 1, so with the DRS.
Swap back is on the back of foot face, so it should be an easy move for the Canadian, but he's struggling to get ahead, really.
Even if he doesn't, then it'll
really
be
struggling
in
to
the 5. Footface trying to fight it.
He's got the inside, but...
Yeah, Footface fighting around the outside, even though he hasn't made a pit stop yet. Swearback isn't really his race, possibly not the best decision to fight this one. But Footface is very slow, there's contact! And Footface has gone round at turn 4. Or, yeah, that's turn 4. Footface has gone round. And he's gonna get... And he's been disqualified for going the wrong way as well!
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that's the issue. You need to spin around quickly on this game, or otherwise it thinks you're trying to drive the wrong way.
It takes no prisoners, honestly. It takes absolutely no prisoners.
You need to spin around very quickly. Frosted Cheese has actually stayed ahead of Luke the Blade in turn 1. So possibly Frosted is not willing to stick behind anymore. Not willing to keep doing this swap, and he just wants to pull away. Possibly this means he's approaching his pit window.
Potentially. But I wonder if people will learn from tier 1. Maybe some might decide to go for the hard tyres right now, but
yeah,
a softs could be worth it.
I mean, if we get a safety car, then like somehow we've not had a single safety car yet. Like, despite all this chaos that's happened on track, no one's actually.
I mean, there's nothing really.
No one's actually retired. It's just been contact and some spins.
Yeah, so I'm just seeing now. Kyle's dropped off a lot now. He was 2.8, but now he's gone to 4.2. So I wonder if something's happened with him. Jay-Z as well. So I was expecting the hard tires to kick in now. The hard tires, 12 laps.
I think the idea is just that Carl's dropping back because the guys in front of him all have DRS to each other. And the Blade's being pulled along by the
you're right, but...
And Jammy Dodge is also being pulled along by the Williams, because the gaps at the front aren't really changing. Even though they've got DRS, which probably means Frosted is just a bit faster. And it would be then Carl as well. Mr. Business goes to the move on VC Ryan into turn 1. A very nice, simple DRS pass into the first corner.
See if Luke trying to go around the outside, but Frosted covers it off.
Om and Aparo looking to be in a battle before too long. They were side by side around 14, and now Om's got the better run. Now with DRS, here goes Om into turn 1 on the inside. And
nicely done.
Yeah, he gets the move. And there goes Dowd on Rocky as well. Soft versus medium. Rocky's so much quicker mid-corner. There's a bit of contact between the two of them. Thankfully, they're both still facing the right way. Although, not anymore. Dowd getting really out of shape.
Who are the leaders?
The leaders. They're pit straight.
Start, finish straight. Yeah, I was thinking, who's lapping Mr. Cactus Fan? This,
That's Mr. Business and VC Ryan.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, what?
Yeah, there goes Mr. Business back on VC Ryan. And there he goes. Into turn 1, gets himself up into P.
Luke's a bit closer now. Luke's a bit closer, trying to
Yeah, he's trying to go around the
do the
outside.
same thing but Frosted.
Make the
Great,
move? No, he
great
can't.
defending there.
Yeah, he can't.
Great defending.
Yeah. Havoc game is sped in the pit lane, which is unfortunate for him. After being hit by his teammate in an earlier stint as well. In the first few laps. Apparent still sharing the same piece of tarmac, no changes in that position.
Yeah, it's all spread now. It's all the battles are spread. It's not much
that's the
to
issue
say.
with
Not much to
Portugal
report.
track. Like, it's not the sort of track that you have battles all across the field, but when you do have battles, they're very good.
So I'm just looking. So VC Ryan's pit window's open. Mr. Business as well has got one. Jammy Dodge,
Carl's drained his
Luke,
battery as well.
and Frosted.
I don't know, did Carl's drain
So we'll see
all
what
his batteries?
happens.
Or
Yeah,
is it
he
yellow
used quite a
flag?
lot.
That's for Keeplan coming out of the pit lane. Yeah, so he'll be able to unlap himself once the leaders come into the pit lane.
Yeah, so Kyle used all of his. I'm sure it was after lap 2 when he was trying to recover all the positions. He was at 17%, but that's just gone to show how his ERS management is. If he can improve on that, then he could have a chance of getting some good points throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think quite a lot of the time it will just be a matter of consistency. And just, like, string podiums or even just top 5 results are really what you need. Just to be the best.
And this is it. It's the consistency is what keys, and that's what gets you good results in like leagues. Doesn't matter where it is, but NA games 5 seconds for the pit lane. But you see what so many drivers like Al Nino, for instance, last season, very good. Oh, so yeah, Luke, Kyle also in.
Yes, these are first of the leaders coming in. None of the others appearing. I wonder
if anyone's gonna do the soft strap then.
Yeah.
This will be. I'm very
Kyle's
curious.
going hard. Luke the Blaze has also gone for the high tyres. Yeah, so neither of them choosing to go for the softs, even though they've gone quite long on these tyres.
It's a nice window as well for Kyle. Luke, 2.5 to Jay-Z, but Kyle with a nice window, 5.2 seconds.
Kyle's got a nice gap to Hart's ahead of him, who will probably be in, I'd say, before too long for the softs.
Yeah, defo.
So it's interesting. Will we see Frosted Cheese in this lap? He's probably going to have to cover off Luke the Blade, but then there's a risk of being overcut by someone like Jammy Dodge.
Even if he doesn't and decides to go maybe soft tyres for...
Frosted Cheese comes in.
But he does come in, so does Jammy.
Yeah. 2 of them coming in. Jammy Dodge a bit faster than the pit lane, but he's got under the delta. VC Ryan gets a warning for a penalty for multiple warnings, and Mr. Binson and VC Ryan both pull in as well. VC Ryan's gone he's sped in the pit lane. He's actually pulled off a clean overtake on Mr. Business. He's just gone around the outside. But this is the
Nice.
battle we're interested in. Luke the Blade's got the DRS to Jay-Z and Mr. Cactus. And here comes Frosted Cheese. Frosted Cheese on the inside. Luke the Blade. And Frosted Cheese goes deep. He was ahead, but then he made a mistake, and now Luke the Blade takes the lead of the race.
Into P2.
Yeah, Jay-Z into P2, but he hasn't stopped yet. And that one mistake is going to cost Frosted Cheese quite a lot, and the race lead. It's cost him a lot of time. And that net P1 position, which is now lost to Luke the Blade, and there's even a car between them as well.
That's Mr. Cactus, I think that was.
Straight on, yeah. Darrett has sped in the
Darrett.
Yeah,
so this is going to be what's key now for Luke. He's got that gap to Jay-Z, 1.5,
Yeah.
and that also helps him get
Frosted needs to clear
this
away
from
as soon as
the...
he can. He goes
Frosted's
for
going
the
to the
move.
move on the inside.
And he's got a 3-second timeout. It was a very aggressive move, but Jay-Z did leave the door open.
I think it was a bit, maybe a bit too desperate, but I understand.
Jay-Z did leave the door open at first. Although he's gone for the move now, which will just give Jay-Z the DRS down at turn 1. So, obviously not the best time to go for a pass through that final sector, especially considering how long
now.
the
Oh,
straight
look,
is.
who's got that grip? It's Jammy.
Yeah, Jay-Z is coming into the pit lane, so that didn't matter in the end for Frosted Cheese. Possibly didn't have to be quite as aggressive though. But, I mean, he's made the move now. It won't have cost Jay-Z very much in the long run.
Let's see what Jay-Z goes on to. Medium tyres then.
Yeah, medium tires for Hearts as well. So no one favouring the softs at this stage.
Very surprised in all fairness. So Luke with a big gift, 2.2
Yeah.
ahead of Frosted, plus a 6 seconds for Frosted Cheese
Yeah, Frosted was
of time penalties.
It seemed like he was just trying to push a bit much on the he was just trying to push a bit too much like on the cold tires to stay ahead of Luke the Blade, who had warmer ones.
Yeah, and I'll tell you who's not going to favour from everyone doing a one-stopper is going to be Sweatback, who sits in P7. However, he's going to have to make another stop surely. He can't go another... What's that? 24 laps, I think? In the race with those mediums? Is it?
Yeah,
no, 14? 14 laps? Am I right? 24 laps altogether? Very long, very long.
Yeah. Frosted Cheese doesn't
That's
fuss
a good
out
lap
of the
here.
race, but
He's cut that down.
I don't know, I think he's a bit too far back for now, at least.
Just for now, but he has cut that gap a lot.
Yeah.
Hart's going for a move on Aparo.
Yeah, that's for 11th though, so
Nicely done.
yeah,
Nicely done.
it may matter in the long run, but when at this stage there's no points on play for either of them unless, or how a game has a 14-second time penalty, so there is actually points to play.
Holy pokes. Jeez. That's from 5 seconds for speed in the pit lane, I know that, and then the rest I think are 3 seconds, I'm sure.
Yeah, it would be, because that'd be 9 seconds for that plus the 5. And then VC Ryan and Sweatback Flame have 5 for speeding and then 3 for track limits, and then Frosted with 6.
Jamie not doing as well on the hard tyres, not
Yeah,
keeping up with Frosted Cheese.
he's not too far back, but yeah, he doesn't have as much.
He
pace
doesn't
as
have
he
to
did.
worry,
Yeah.
but he's got to be careful with his fuel because it is it's indicating.
So that's
all
come
in
back in
foot
and
swap
sped
back.
again. He hasn't really...
So he's gonna have to save those 5 seconds, isn't
He's
he?
going to serve one of those 5 seconds now, and the other 5 will be probably added on after the race. Yes, that's his first 5 for speeding the time before.
What? It's been an absolute nightmare for Sweatback, hasn't
Yeah,
it? He had his issues in tier 1 and the nose changes as well, just to rub salt in the wound.
Yeah, it's a shame, but you know, things don't always go people's way. And Om goes for the move
Absolutely.
on JT, gets the move done, Almost gone 11 laps on those hards, so
You can get to the end of the race on those. 100%.
yeah. It's interesting that he's making the move on Jay-Z, who's on almost brand new mediums.
Yeah, Jay-Z could get a good move here if he can get a good switch back. Yes, he does. Oh, I thought, is he going to go for the move? Oh, he really thinks about it. But come DRS, he will.
Yeah, he'll get the move quite soon.
Yeah, no doubt.
There he goes.
Oh, he goes down the inside. Oh, what a move!
Om's heading through for DRS. That's what he's doing.
It's a nice move though. Sneaky down the inside. But
I think
Jay-Z.
No, it was just I think deliberately left the door open to invite.
Yeah, I think Om might have held a blind a bit.
There goes. Yeah, there goes back ahead. Alright, he's got Jay-Z on his inside.
Jay-Z.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, they gotta be careful.
Although now Om's gonna get the DRS again. Although Jay-Z doesn't get it from his.
Oh no, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I suddenly thought. I'm gonna
go for the move
back. Oh, God, no, that's so close. Jay-Z manages to stay ahead. That was a very late move from yeah.
On being on. 100%. The gap has gone down to 1 second now between Frosted and Luke.
Yeah, it's not enough for DRS this time around though. Is that Mr. Cactus off? Yes, it is. Who's that
yes, it is.
now?
That is a Williams.
That is a Paro.
That is a Paro.
Average overtake, yeah.
It's just an maneuver.
Gets the move on now as well. Starting to.
Oh, he's doing it again. Is he doing the same thing again?
I think so, but he's not as close this time. He's 6 tenths back this time around, so I don't think he'll be able to pull it off this time. And Hearts also has DRS. Maybe just made a mistake.
Yeah, he did.
It was slightly earlier in the complex as well.
Oh no, to be fair, Hearts was in Jay-Z's DRS range, so.
I think it was just a mistake.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Because it was a bit earlier than last time as well. It's still 1.1 though at the front. Like Frosted he closed it in sectors 2 and 3. Like you said, he struggles through 1, but 2 and 3 he's a lot quicker. Sweatback does the fast lap of the race on the soft tyres, and it's about half a tenth between Frosted and Luke the Blade about whether they'll get the DRS. Frosted reeling him in, and he has now broken that DRS window. He's a lot quicker in this sector 3. And now the DRS detection point is here, and Frosted will get it into turn 1.
Yeah, it's like cornering speed from Frosted, which plays out so well for him.
Yeah, now that's going to pull him all the way along. And that's going to massively help for the rest of the race. The fact that he has this now, although he went a bit wide there, that's probably a warning for him. When he's already got those 6 seconds of time penalties.
I'm gonna check.
Ahead that will give Luke the Blade some DRS before too long. The VC Run gets past Mr. Business into turn 1.
Yeah, so Luke's on 1 warning at the moment.
I think Frosted on 2 since that last penalty.
Frost is on 2.
Yeah, that's what
and he hasn't ever since that 6-second one, or the second of the 3 seconds. He's got none at the moment.
Really? I thought he had more.
No, he's doing alright, to be fair.
It looks like he's exceeded a few times. He's still
2 warnings for Kyle.
Yeah, he is now closing in on Luke the Blade. Although Luke the Blade will get the DRS from this back marker ahead. Although no, he won't, because he's just cleared him a few hundred meters before that DRS detection point. So unless I think Luke the Blade tried to let him through to get the DRS, but that's backfired. He doesn't have it, and he's lost a lot of time to Frosted Cheese, who's only 3 tenths behind now. He's going to be gaining on this Alfa Romeo for so long.
Yeah, he's got to go to the inside if he's got defense.
Yeah, he's not close enough just yet.
Yeah, this is going to really affect Luke as well.
Is Luke trying to get the DRS from the back marker? But Frosted gets DRS again, although he doesn't have nearly as good of an exit as he requires.
Does someone go off then? Sorry, I just thought I saw someone go off, but no, it's fine.
It's probably I think spent more of the race off the track than on the track.
I mean, he's doing alright. He's in P9 at the moment, but he's got to have a gamer on his back.
Yes, Frosted now sitting 3 tenths behind Luke the Blade. He wasn't quite able to make a move into turn 1 last lap, but he might be able to make one into turn 1 this time around. He's only 2.5 tenths behind. And now as they get around through 13, now into 14, the final real corner before 15. Yeah, and now back up from here, will Frosted Cheese be able to get past with the DRS that he will have this time around? 200 meters to the activation point. He activates the DRS now, and I was going to be pulling all the way down this pit straight towards Luke the Blade. It's a long straight, but it's not a heavy braking zone. It's turn 1. You can't make a move from a long way back. You really have to be alongside to be able to make the move, but he can't make it this time around because of the profile of the corner. You have to have a serious partial car alongside, which possibly isn't the best thing for racing. But
I think Frosted is playing mind games. I think he's trying to let Luke
go
use all of his ERS, and then when he waits for that red light to flash on the back of Luke's car, then I think he's going to pounce because he's got double the amount of ERS Luke has.
Oh,
he's sitting really comfortable.
Just got straight into the back
What's
of
going
the gamer into turn 3. I'm not even surprised at this point. I'm just laughing. Om didn't even try to turn. He just went straight into the back of him.
Oh
wow.
I'm surprised there's no safety car for that. I thought there would have been damage.
I know. I think somehow managed to survive that. He kind of forgot what his steering wheel does. Well, Frosted Cheese is a lot closer this time around. He's only 2 tenths back at the DRS activation point.
Okay, he's going for it. He's going for it.
There he goes. Luke the Blade is defenseless compared to that from Frosted Cheese. Can he bring up a response into turn 3? He's a bit too far back, although possibly he just doesn't want to make the move. Frosted going a bit deep there into 3. And now Luke the Blade with the better run. He's going for the move. He's got DRS. He's using his battery. Frosted's not using that much, and he covers him off well. And Frosted Cheese holds his lead for the time being through turn 5. And Frosted Cheese now up into the race. He's going to try and pull as much as he can through the rest of his lap. And there's a yellow flag.
Yellow flags, who's not bound?
Yeah, that's just the back marker of A games. Yeah, so Luke the Blade is now he's 5.5 tenths back. Will he be able? I don't think Frosted Cheese will be able to break the DRS this lap, but he might just about be able to.
I wonder if it'll be a late safety car.
You sound like you were like.
I wonder.
You sound like you're just in your own world. Like, I wonder if there's going to be a safety car.
I wonder.
Like
because anything could happen.
You just sound like you're in your own. You just sound like you're in your own imaginary world right now.
Honestly, I do love having my own imagination and just seeing what happens. Just these scenarios.
If there's a safety car.
Like, can you imagine how fuming Frosted would be?
If Frosted just. What's the gap that? I think at this rate, Frosted's going to drop to drop down to P3.
P3 only.
Yeah, he'll just about stay ahead of Kyle. So no. I get the feeling Footface isn't particularly happy. He's just feeling.
Oh yeah.
Just talking about Sweatback for the last
100%.
half an hour. He said, nah, really. Frosted does need to break the DRS here if he wants to have any chance of, like, probably beating Luke the Blade here. Realistically, he's got to be almost just over a second per lap faster at this point if he wants to beat Luke the Blade on the track, but he could still try and pull that 1.5 seconds that he needs to beat Jamie Dodger. And it probably doesn't help that he's not broken that DRS window yet, but
anything could happen.
Yeah, I think for now, I have just dropped my control. I think for now it shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah. I think why Jamie Dodge is falling off the order is I think he's had to lift and coast
Possibly, yeah.
to save fuel.
He
I think
he
that's
doesn't
what's
have a
cost
fuel
him.
light anymore. And he's still...
No, not anymore.
He's still got that gap to Frosted Cheese. As much as it is increasing, it needs to increase by another like...
What was it? A second, is it? Nearly a second.
Yeah. It is now a second. Just under a second in the next 4.5 laps. So, that's 2/10 a lap faster, so that is doable for Frosted Cheese.
Hearts did get ahead of Jay-Z as well, where we were talking about the imaginations and the scenarios for time penalties.
Yeah.
But Hearts without time penalty would you think? Just P8 really, I think it is, because Om is nearly 10 seconds behind now. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not much battles, unfortunately.
PC Ryan will stay where he is. So will Mr. Business. Frosted Cheese, yeah, he will drop back there. But 2P3
Ryan does have that light. Ryan does have that light though on his
yeah, but
dashboard, so he's got to be careful. He's got to be careful.
Although at this stage, as long as he doesn't lose 4 seconds to Hart, not even 4 seconds, the gap, as long as he doesn't lose 5 seconds to Jay-Z, he's fine.
Oh, someone! Oh, I thought someone scared me then. It was Mr. Cactus. Thought he was gonna have another moment.
I think Mr. Cactus is just having fun. Om could still win. Yes, Om could very much still win here.
There is
Om is in race win contention right now.
Yeah, he's in the points. That's one good thing.
Yeah, Om is getting ready for the race win here. He's just... you ready? Om is just going to turn on his secret little fun file in his computer.
He needs like a ballistic range rocket
I was thinking
to fire around the circuit.
I was thinking triple grip, but that would work too. Just
triple grip,
3 times
rocket, teleportation, any of that could work.
He would still manage to somehow lose, even with teleportation.
Honestly, if Solid Elite was seeing this, he would go berserk.
He's in the chat, which is what I was talking about. He just said in chat, Om could still win here. Oh, look at Blade, it's really closing in on Frosted Cheese again. Although, the gap is opening to Jamie Dodge, but I don't think it's going to open enough with just 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Anything could still...
Looking at his onboard, it looks so different to how it actually is, thanks to the lovely thing called ping, and a lovely thing called being about, I think it's about 10,000 miles, probably more, to where he is. So that's always fun for him.
Always, always. I agree.
Your idea of spoons got rejected.
What a shame.
So Frosted Cheese not quite breaking the gap. It's just, I don't think he will close that gap to Jamie Dodge before the end.
Ah, he's got no pressure though, because 6 seconds with a penalty to Frosted.
Yeah.
He's got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
No pressure behind him as well.
I'm just thinking. I don't think Frosted will be able to open that gap that he needs. So I think it will.
Unless he wants to wipe out Luke the Blades, which would be very bad and win the race.
And very
could
sad.
happen.
It'd be a very unfortunate moment.
And then it would probably start World War III in the driver chat.
True. I think we've already got World War III started, so it would start World War IV instead.
We'll start our own civil war. Ooh, Luke the Blade nearly has a spin there.
Well, thankfully for him, he didn't.
He recovered that really well.
He didn't even lose any time by the looks of things.
Just a tenth, really.
Yeah, and Jamie Dodge started to close in on Frosted Cheese now, so yeah, So I think Frosted's going to drop to P3 then.
Yeah, I think it's like the hammer time for Jamie Dodge.
Yeah, the
I
gaps.
think he's got it.
It comes down, and then it goes up, and then it comes down and goes up. But roughly over
It's
a lap.
like that roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah,
It sums up like a roller coaster.
But like roughly over a
the
lap,
track.
it stays pretty much the same.
It's up down.
So there's just Frosted coming through turn one. He's got that 1.3 second margin, but it's not going to be enough in the end. So, and then Jamie.
All right, final lap then.
Oh, so it is. Didn't even know. There's a yellow flag going on to the final
Don't know
lap.
who that was. Sector 3.
Facing the wrong way again.
Ah, boy. Oh,
And
go on, boy. Have a little drift. Go on.
Drift it. Come on.
Go on. Rally it.
Boring.
Fastest lap attempt. Last lap. Go on, you can do it.
There goes Mr. Beast on VC Run. I don't know why they're battling. It's not going to affect their results. Because Mr. Beast has 2 seconds less of penalties. But anyway, Frosted Cheese coming into the final sector now. Just getting it stopped and turned in.
Oh, that's gone quick. Goodness me.
Yeah, it's a very short lap round here. And I just noticed the gap 6.2. I've been looking on the gap to... I've been looking on the interval gap. So Frosted Cheese is going to come across the line. And across the line, Frosted Cheese take the flag. Luke the Blade gets 3-second penalty, but it's not enough. And now Jamie Dodge across the line. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Jamie Dodge can't gets stage P3. Frosted Cheese gets P2.
Is Carol going slow?
Car's out of fuel,
Carol's
but he's got plenty of time. Yeah, he's got plenty of time. And Mr. Biz is going to come home P5.
Ryan's going slow as well. Ryan's going
Ryan's
slow.
out of fuel too. He's going to be close with Hearts in the end.
He just
across
got
the line,
it. He just got
and
it.
Hearts is there, and then Jay-Z comes across the line. He gets P6 ahead of both of them.
Nice result. Great result for Jay-Z and Kyle there for the constructors.
Yeah, is forgetting what the track means. Going a nice.
Go on.
Carlin
Fastest lap,
slide.
mate. Fastest lap. Go on.
Comes on P9.
Uh-huh.
Sweatback gets P10. That game, although I think Apari does jump Sweatback in the end. And Rocky will be the last two across the line. He actually overtakes Havoc Gamer as well, even though he was miles back.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
So I guess given the Driver of the Day award. I swear Sweatback went from P8 to P11.
He did.
Why does the game give him Driver of the Day for that? I don't know.
Oh, mate, honestly. I don't know.
What the thing transition?
Who's that? Space swept back in the point. Get him out. No.
He didn't get the points in the end, so.
He didn't.
Right, Luke the Blade is victorious then from Frosted Cheese and Jamie Dodge, followed by Kyle, Mr. Business, Jay-Z, VC Ryan, Hearts, and Arm rounding off the points with Aparo, Sweatback Flame, Rocky, Havoc Gamer, Keith Plank, Doward, A-Games, and Mr. Kexel finishing then. Not finishing is Jamie Cash and Footface. That was the Portuguese Grand Prix and the season opener of Tier 2. Then thank you to everyone watching the stream, and we will see you tomorrow evening for some Tier 1 action and the Singapore Grand Prix. But until then, good night.